Hi guys, I'm back with my second Flosstube video. I pre-warn you, my chair seems rather squeaky today, so it's not me, it's the chair. I've got a finish to show you, 2 new starts, yep, it's not even the 17th, and I've worked on a total of 7 pieces. I've got some haul, I've got some racks, and I've got a new magazine that I got today, which I'll maybe do a flip through at the end of the video. I'll see how we're doing for time. So yeah, I'll go through everything that I've worked on in the last couple of weeks, and then I'll run through my plans and see how we go. Okay. I'm just going to pull these so they're not going to be in any particular order when I worked on them. Okay, first up we have the under the sea cell. When I last saw you, I finished up to here, and I've got a couple of stitches down here. Well, I've stitched all the submarine in and done the skin over one. It still needs back stitching, but I'm going to come back to that when I do the fish, and then I'm going to go under here the next time I work on this. There's some seahorses to go under, so when I've got back up here, then I can see how I'm going to position my fish and that we've gone wrong in March's block. So yeah, pleased with the progress on that and glad I picked this back up, because it's one where I went wrong and wasn't sure when I was going to pick it back up. My needle minders are from Needle Keep Emporium. I'm not going to keep saying that today. It made Kat laugh too much, but I'll link her shop below. And it's stitched on 28 count even weave in the exclusive Under the Sea from Lakeside Needlecraft. I put a couple of days into that, quite a few hours, so I'm hoping to get back to that probably not till September now, because I've only got a full week before I go away, and then it's going to be into September. Okay, next we have Stitch Robia Mind Cell. Just move my needle minder over. Okay. Last time you saw this one, I hadn't finished the already taken part. I finished that, added the ears, added the rest of the back stitch into that. I've half stitched the border of this block over here. The next part was under here in the center, but I've decided to go over to here, so I've half stitched that, and I've part stitched the middle bit of that, so I had the positioning, and that reads, if I can see, with what sorry. So yeah, I got an extra day on this. This is one that I need to pull out and focus on, but that's my progress so far as a whole. Again, that one is gonna get some love in September. It needs some serious love. Puzzle blocks shouldn't take me more than a couple of days, maybe 3 at the most, to stitch up. So fingers crossed I can get some good progress on that by next time. Okay, my next piece is my Heaven and Earth Quick Stitch Wizard of Oz. I did this on the 5th for full coverage for Stitch Mania. Last time you saw this I was sort of around here. I've come across, did a bit more work down here and worked across. So the page ends, I think the page ends about there. So that's as big as it is. So it was a good piece for first aid. And I've now cut my fabric right down. I've got plenty of spare fabric. But yeah, really pleased with this. I'm just been doing one colour at a time. I tried parking at the start and that's not for me. And this is stitched on 18 count, and I forgot to say the stitch Rovia is on 14 count Ada. So yeah, this won't come back out again until the 5th of September. I'll only work on it on the full coverage days. Okay, next we have the Lakeside Needlecraft and Doreen Jones Halloween sale, and the first block came out last Tuesday on the 8th, and since I've last saw you I've done some more on the border. I've stitched the first block. The green is Satin Effect thread. There's a little bit of yellow, it's looking green, and then the white is glow in the dark thread, so this should look pretty cool when it's done. But yeah, really pleased with that one. The border shouldn't take me too much to do. So yeah, this is the needle minder that I bought as part of the sale package that I chose. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count pumpkin even weave, which was suggested for the sale from Lakeside Needlecraft. The second one is due out. Have a look in my diary. I do believe it's next week. Yeah, the 22nd. So hopefully I can get the border done before then and have part 2 done up in the same day, because it only took me one day to sort that one. So hopefully I can have that done. And these are the threads I use, just E980, E990. That's not going to show up as bright as I can see it, but it is just as bright as the yellow. Oh, you saw, excuse me, you saw it on the fabric. And then the glow in the dark is E940. The light effects were a bit of a pain to work with, but the glow in the dark went fine. And then the only other colour is 310. I did buy the Weeks Dye Works lemon chiffon, but I preferred the way the yellow light effects looked, as I wanted it to be quite bright with the design the way it was. There's plenty of black, so it just needed that little bit of a scary feel to it, and I thought the Weeks Dye Works was going to make it look quite dull in comparison. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure everyone that does it in Weeks is probably going to look absolutely lovely, but that was my decision for my piece anyway, and it was the effect that I wanted on it. And with using the glow in the dark, which I knew I wanted to use regardless of which threads I chose, I thought they'd probably work better with it. Excuse me, just take a drink. My coffee. Okay, next up we have the Lakeside Needlecraft and Doreen Jones Christmas at Home sale. Let's go with the needle minders. Okay, last time I saw you I'd finished the border. But part 1 came out, so I've did all of the carpet all the way along, and the first room is split into 2. I've stitched all of the first room. I did his skin 1/1, and I backstitched everything. There's a little bit of metallic in the present, and then the rest was just backstitched in 310, and then a bit of red backstitch on the actual bed. It took quite a while to do this. That took me 2 days just to do half, so I guess the other half's probably going to take me the same. I had planned originally to get the border finished, so it was all around the roof, backstitched, but I was waiting to see whether where I'd gone wrong over on the roof, whether I needed to frog all this. But thanks to lovely Catherine from Needle Key, she helped me just double check everything, and it actually fits in, so I'm not going to frog it. It's going to be my unique roof. So yeah, that's my Christmas at Home sale, and that's stitched on 36 count even weave in Winter Snow, and that was from Lakeside Needlecraft, and it's for Fabric Flare fabric. The next block on this comes out on the 28th. I'm not going to be stitching that as I'm not here, but as soon as I come back then I shall work on room 2. So I hope to have the first room up to date anyway, and then that'll be another one that is up to date. Okay, new starts. I've had 2 new starts. I've had the Mill Hill Boo Ghost. It's behind it. And that's my progress so far. I did all the stitching on it the first day, and then yesterday I worked on it and added beads. It's got a little loop method for the beads there. I've still got to add some more beads over here. I've added all the white creamy beads, orange beads. I've got to do a few more here, and then there's more beads here, more beads here, some more on this face, and some back stitching, and then to put it all together. So hopefully next time I see it, it'll be finished. Also, there's a little treasure that goes on his hand up here, and it's just a little blue star. And I've never really done beading until I tried my first Mill Hill kit before, which I showed you in my last video. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress that I'm making. It's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. I want to add beads onto my Under the Sea sale, but until I've got a little bit more experience I don't want to do that, and I want to leave that till the very end. So instead of all the bubbles and things that are on it, that's why none of that's on it, or the seaweed at the moment, because I want to add beads to it. And while I've got my mill hill out, I found my other two as well. I've got the Wendy's cat, which looks quite an easy stitch. Doesn't look, probably not as many beads in this as what there is in the one I'm doing. I should maybe chose this first. And I've got the gingerbread cottage. That one does look like it's quite a lot. As you can see from all the bits in the back. It's got a little treasure with it. And so is this one. It's got a little pumpkin treasure in there. So probably next month I will start and try and finish that, so it's all ready for Halloween. And they have got magnets in to make them into a magnet. I'm going to make them into a little ornament for my seasonal tree. Okay, next new start was I'm a Cross Stitch Addict. This was a free design in the Cross Stitch Addicts Facebook group when they reached 10,000 members, designed by Doreen Jones, and Kate at Lakeside did the chart for us. I've changed all the colours in this one. I've done 2 days on this and it's still on my little Q snap. I chose a piece of linen. It was a Pole Stitches grab bag piece. All of this bit and down here I've still got to finish over was meant to be in 2 different shades of green, and I chose to do mine in Jodery Threads Charleston, is what I did those 2 parts in, and I'm really pleased with the effect. Oh, and also the bobbin up here, I'm really pleased with the effect that's had. The pink bobbin and the buttons were meant to be in pink, 2 shades as well, and I switched those out for Glenda the Good. Excuse the messy phrase, I just keep it in one of these food bags all sealed up and tagged. So yeah, I did the bobbin, the thread and the 2 buttons. The bobbins themselves and the stitch part I did in Weeks Dye Work Whiskey. So that was that part and those parts. There's a needle and Ima that's meant to be in a brown also, and I've chosen to do them in Weeks Dye Works Pecan, and that was showing up pretty true to the colour. The back stitch I'm going to do in the call for, and this bit here that needs filling in, it's filled in with white, so I think I'm still going to fill that in with the B5200 that it called for. So yeah, maybe another day, 2 max on this. There's meant to be a couple of French knots on the buttons. I think I'm probably going to add some beads to that instead. So yeah, I love this one. Okay, so they were my 2 new starts. Next up was the one I was doing for Stitch Mania for the Tour de Designers, and this month it was Magazine Mashup. So I've been doing the Join Stitches by Doreen Jones, and this was in the World of Cross Stitching. Not 100% sure which issue this was in, but if anybody wants me to find out, I can go and find the magazine, as I just pulled the chart specifically out so that I'm not carrying the magazine around. And I've been working on this for 30-60 minutes a day, and here's my progress. Last time you saw it, it had this blue middle part, probably somewhere around here, so that bit there was the only bit I've done. So I've finished off that, and when I came to do this I realised that bit there should have been stitched in the same colour as this. I went to pull my thread for that, and I'd chosen the wrong colour on the first day that I'd done it. So I adapted it and changed that to be all the same. And then this one was meant to be the dark colour, so again I've just changed it so that that doesn't look out of place. I've just chosen the colour that was under here and did it like that. I've added all the word rainbow now. That all needs to be back stitched over. I did the 2 red lines, and I started sort of doing the outline colour. All these letters need that, and obviously there's more letters here and up here and plenty going on around the sides. Yesterday it was the colour a day in Stitch Mania, so I added these green stitches, added that bit just for counting wise, and I also did the Mill Hill kit yesterday because that had green in it too. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress on this. I'm going to carry on working this one for this week and next, and probably give it an extra day rather than working on one of my projects, as I'm not going to be able to get any in on the last week. So I'll probably give it an extra day and make some good headway on it. But I'm really pleased with how that's just grown just by doing so little on it every day. I'm really pleased with the progress. I haven't worked on that yet today, but I'm just stitching this on 28 count Amethyst Clouds. It's a fabric flare, and again I got this from Lakeside Needlecraft. And my little rose needle minder I also got this month. Absolutely love that. It came from Needle Keep Emporium. Obviously because it's on a piece, it's one of my haul pieces, but just wanted to show you how pretty that is. Okay, last up is my finish. I worked on this the same day as I did my last video. I worked on it afterwards. It needs ironing and framing, but in the ladies' greenhouse sale, and I absolutely love this piece. I'd got everything done last time buying for this flower, Faithful Violet, and I added in my initials and the date. I should have maybe brought that over a little bit, but never mind. So yeah, really pleased with this one. I did this one on 32 count even weave. It was the Cafe au Lait, which was suggested for the sale, and I bought it with the chart from Lakeside Needlecraft. So I'm really pleased about this one, and it was so easy to stitch up. My stepdad absolutely loved that one, so I may restitch that for Christmas or his birthday. Okay, so that's all of my whips, new starts and finishes. My plans now, I want to get the Christmas at Home first block done. I want to finish the Halloween border and finish the Mill Hill kit. Originally I'd said I wanted the Christmas at Home border done, but as long as I get the first block, then I think that's going to take me longer than the rest of the border. I'd originally said that I wanted, I've not worked on this, to finish my witch silhouette, but as I started the Mill Hill kit, I've decided I want to finish the Mill Hill kit, which should hopefully only take me another day. So yeah, we've got New Year New Start on the 17th. I need to make a birthday card, so that's going to be my new start this month. But I was having a think about this, and because I liked all the progress I got on joining stitches, what I plan to do from September is whatever project I start on the 17th, rather than it just getting one day where it could just be an hour, maybe not even that, so they end up like a starts but nothing else, I want to then add that into all my days where I stitch, try and do 30 to 60 minutes. So by the time my next new start comes round, I'll have got a piece that's got hopefully some decent progress on it before my next new start, so that then it won't seem so bad when I go through my whips and think there's so much to do on that one. Hopefully it'll be like, oh, I've actually got quite a bit done on that one. So yeah, that's my plans for that. I plan to take 2 projects on holiday with me. Whether I get time to do any of these is a different question. They're both going to be new starts. One is this one, which I did contemplate for the new start, but I'd rather just keep it all sealed up, and then I'm not going to lose anything on the way. I will put it in a special bag anyway, but yeah. And then my other one was in my haul, well, rack actually. So for anybody that doesn't like haul, I'll see you next time, I suppose. But yeah, I've got haul, I've got some racks, and part of my haul was my subscription magazine that came today, so I'll probably do a quick flip through of that. There's at least 3 things in there that I want to stitch, and they're not small pieces, so yeah, I'd like to share with you what's in there. So I'm just going to pull these out of the box, and they're in no particular order. Okay, today I received my week's dye works monthly club. I'm a member of Kate's club. So if you can, okay, and I'll show you them all through what came in this one. This is month 4. This one is blue fescue, and that's showing up true to colour. We have blue aster, again that's showing up true to colour, so pretty, and these are so easy to work with. Next up we have blaze, which is this lovely bright orange. It's brighter than what it's showing up there. It's not as dull. It's quite a bright, vibrant orange. It'd make good for like a Halloween project. It's more like a fiery orange. The son's decided to go play peekaboo, so. Next up we have Blue Bonnet, which has subtle shades of different blues. There's some darker and some lighter ones in there. Again, that's really pretty. Next up we have Blackboard, which is a dark grey and it's got some light greys inside. We have Blue Heron, which is like bluey and sort of like maybe tint of sort of a grey blue in there. Then we have Bethlehem, and that one is showing up true to colour, really pretty. And then we have Blackberry, different shades of like pink and like a plummy colour. Again, they're showing up true to colour. I absolutely love all of these. And Kate at Lakeside Needlecraft, she does the Weeks Dye Works Thread Club. You can start that at any time and cancel, just give Kate notice. She also does a DMC Thread Club as well, which is just all your standard DMC, and if you carry your subscription over on either of those, by the time you've finished you'll have a full set. So I'll have a full set of the current Week Style Work colours, and I didn't join the DMC because I've got a full set of those anyway. Okay, next I downloaded this from Doreen Jones Etsy shop, and these are just cute little stockings. And they are 4" by 2.6" finished. So I thought these would make cute little Christmas ornaments. I fell in love with these and I resisted them for a couple of weeks, but I finally bought them. And you can find them and any of her pieces on her Etsy store. So yeah, I love those. Okay. Next up is some more bits that I bought. I bought an 18 piece of the cafe au lait that I did the Milady's greenhouse in. Kate put these in a new clearance section on the website, so I thought I'd try it on Ada. But now that I've got it, I've got 2 or 3 other charts that could maybe go on it. So it's such a neutral colour and it's lovely. So we shall see what I end up doing with this. Maybe need to order another piece. And I also ordered 4 of the blank coasters. So 4 of those. At the same time, again, these were in a clearance section. It's a new thing that she started to do. Okay. Next, just sort these because I put all my bits together. must have only thought through. Unless I put one on another project. I only bought 3 last time, but I bought this little cute little hedgehog girl and this lovely little reindeer, so sparkly. And I've got the rose that I showed you, and they all come wrapped up, and they come in a little box. Obviously the other side has your name and address on, and she sticks in a little thank you. All her shop details are on there, and they're from Needle Keep Emporium. I will link all of that below. Okay, 2 racks I had. I'll start with one. That one. Okay. So my friend was due to come and stay, but through circumstances which I won't go into, she couldn't come. So she bought me a few things. She always buys me a gift for coming to stay, and even though she wasn't coming, she still sent me everything that she'd purchased for me, or things that she didn't want. So she bought me this cute little needle minder, little girl holding a Mickey balloon. I love that. And then this heart, I love that too. It's quite big and heavy, that one. And she got me this scroll frame to try. Just got it off eBay, so I may, if it'll fit, may try and put my Christmas at home sale on there and see how I get on, because one day I would love to get the Lowry stand, but we'll see. And she also bought me this lovely Paddington Bear cross stitch, and this is the other one that I plan to take away with me. So I've got a choice of 2. One will be bigger, one will be smaller. If I get any done, we'll see. But I figured if I'm having a flare up, or if I'm needing a rest day or anything with my fibro, then at least I've got some stitching and that with me, and everyone else can go off and do bits, and it won't seem so bad if I'm sat in the caravan. So yeah, I love this one. So yeah, both of those will be going away with me. And the little needle minders were both in these lovely little butterfly bags, so I'm going to keep those. And she also got some linen from eBay. There might just be sample pieces of colours. There's 1, 2, 3, 6 different ones. I've got this one. They're not overly big. I think they're 30 or 36 count. 32, because one of them's got it on. It's just this grey one. I thought these would be good for smalls or ornaments. Some of the colours aren't quite my colours, but I'll find something to do on them. And then we've got like this yellowy greeny one. It's greener than what's showing up there. It's coming up quite pale. And then we have this pinky rose. That's showing up pretty true to colour. And these are all Zweigart linens. I have like a, I'm showing up white, it is cream. Okay. There we go. Piece of white by it, you can see it is cream. Very pale yellow. Looks cream to me. She knows, part of Flosstube. Then we have this greeny colour. And then just it's got some mottling on actually. Let's see, we've got some mottling on it. Just off white. It's really pretty. So yeah, they're not huge. Excuse me. They're not huge, but I thought either a small design or an ornament or something I can do on that. So my hands decided it's going to now play up on my shoulder. Managed to get nearly all the way through. Okay, next up, Laura also purchased and had sent straight to me this lovely butterfly needle minder. Catherine had them in different colours. It's so pretty. It feels quite heavy. And I also, she bought me this Paddington Bear needle minder to go with my new Paddington Bear kit. So he'll be my needle minder for that. And then I had no idea, but the lovely Catherine asked Laura for a couple of photos that I'd sent her of my two children, and she's made them into needle minders, and yeah, I nearly cried, and they really touched me. These are absolutely gorgeous. The first one, do about too much glare. Okay, let's just. It was just at Cabriland. It's got my son and my daughter on there. And then again, no, this was at the Roald Dahl Museum. So yeah, they're so precious and special to me because of my two rat bags. But I love them, so thank you again, Laura and Catherine, for the lovely presents. I love them. Almost there. In the post, I'd won a competition from the World of Cross Stitching for the Stitching, Sewing and Hobbycraft show on the 7th to the 9th of September at Event City, Manchester. And just the congratulations letter. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go. I would have loved to have gone, but now I can't. So if there's anybody in the UK who can go, if you can let me know below. If you can let me know by, I'll say, the 24th. If there's a couple of you, I'll do a quick random.org draw, and then I can get them posted before I go away. So this is for 2 adults to go into the show. I'd rather gift it on than just leave it. if nobody responds, then I'll have to ask in a few of the groups and try and find somebody for these. But I'm offering anybody that watches this the first chance to get these. So again, the 24th I'll draw this. If there's more than one, if there's just one, then they'll get it. So yeah, actually I'm going to change that to the 23rd. Then that allows me a day to get hold of your contact details, because I will need to post this on the Thursday or the Friday en route. So, and you'll need plenty of time to get these as well. I can't post it when I get back. So yeah, I'm going to change that to the 23rd. So that's just over a week. It'll be the Wednesday the 23rd, so that I'm getting posted out. So yeah, in a week today. So if anybody would like those, it's the details are there. It's from 10 AM till 4:30 and 5 PM on the Saturday. Kids go free. There's free parking. And there's your prices of what it would be. And it's just a little bit of information about it. Again, you can go to the website there and find out a little bit more. So yeah, if anybody wants these tickets, it's just a piece of paper. I'll just send all of this because it's not got my name or anything on it, and I'd rather it go to somebody who can go. So let me know by Wednesday the 23rd, I'll say 6 PM UK time. So you need to be UK, over 18, and just comment that you'd love to go to the show or something to that effect, and I'll sort that out. Or if you know somebody else, recommend them to watch my Flosstube and they can get these. Again, I just don't want to waste them. Okay, one last thing is my magazine I got today, The World of Cross Stitching, and this is issue 259, and I get The World of Cross Stitching and Cross Stitch Crazy on a subscription. Excuse me a second. These came out in the shops yesterday, but for some reason we didn't get the actual subs till today. But it was definitely worth the wait. This is the free gift, and they are so cute. And you've got the cards and that to make it in, and the Ada and the threads to make the actual cards. I mean, the cards aren't very big at all. So yeah, absolutely love these little cats. And I'm thinking that I could make the cards up, but also re-stitch them and make them into little ornaments as well, because I don't think they'll take very long to stitch. So yeah, I definitely want to stitch these up. I'll maybe take these away with me as well. We'll see. You never know, I could do one of those in the car on the way. So I'm going to just do a quick flip through of this, as I love loads of these. That's just a rough idea of what's in there. Okay, the first one, I'm showing you the charts, just says about the free kit, what's in there. It says approximate stitching time 3 to 4 hours. There's cross stitch, fractionals, back stitch and French knots. So probably for the French knots, as I'm not a big lover, I'll probably substitute for beads, but then there's only going to be looking at probably on the eyes. And then there could be a few more on the snowflakes and things as well. So we'll see when I get to that. But yeah, absolutely love these. Then we have, I don't know if it tells you who designed those. Oh, Hell's Couple Ditch. No. Next we have Perfect Petals. That's by Amanda Butler. This is probably one of the only things in the magazine that I don't want to stitch. It's really not my thing, but I'm sure there's lots of you out there that probably do like that. It's no disrespect to the pattern, it's lovely, it's just not my thing. We have this really cute one by Jill Cooper. It's so sweet. Best of friends. I don't know if I'll stitch this or not. If I do, it will be for a gift, but it's so cute. These are lovely. These are by Joan Elliott. Little birthday cakes. And that to make into a birthday card. And then the next one is by Leslie Tear, or Tear, not sure how you pronounce that. Ocean Beauty. Look at that gorgeous seahorse. They are all done in beads, all these little bits there. But that's just stunning. And it definitely would go with the under the sea piece as well. So it's really, really pretty. I know Catherine definitely wants to stitch that one up. And they show you it made into a hanging and how to make a hanging. And there's the design library done by Jenny Barton. I can't show you all of these because all we get is just the pattern, well, the chart, sorry, but that's a rough idea of what's in there. They're all Halloween. Make some Halloween ornaments or cards. Now this one is definitely on my to-do list, and it's from Doreen Jones, Busy Little Bakers. Life is what you bake it, and I just think this design is so cute. Little mice. I absolutely love this one. So it's going to have to be on a new start at some point. Whether it's this year or not, I don't know. It is just cross stitch and back stitch in it. So no fractionals, no French knots. Next one is Ready Teddy Go, and they're by Jenny Barton. I can't show you the next one because they're all just the charts, but it's all little teddies for the alphabet, and they're really cute. And this one I love, and this is by Amanda Gregory, Feminine Charm. I've stitched this and framed it in an oval hoop. I just think that's lovely as well. And that's going to be another to stitch. That's got cross stitch, fractionals and back stitch. And I love that one. And then the next one, like a frame, like a hoop frame, pin cushion and a needle keep. Show you the pin cushion. There's a bit of a close up, covers the majority of the pattern up. And there's the pin keep. Not pin keep. Pin cushion. And a bit closer up the little cushion style to go on the scissors. And then also what's not shown on the main photo is a cover for a notebook, craft ideas, and then like a needle case that just says stitch. I thought they just were quite nice. Not sure if I'll stitch any of them, but I like them. Then we have one more, I think. These are by Maria Diaz, and it's Trick or Treat. How cool is that? I don't think I'll have time before Halloween to stitch this, but I love this one. Maybe I could, if I drop my other cells, I could fit it in. I don't know. It says 55 hours, so I'm not sure whether to attempt it or not, but I love that one. And they're done in little blocks, so you can sort of do one every, if you worked it out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, one of them being bigger than the others. I don't know how many weeks there is till Halloween. Maybe could fit them in. Oh, there's the Pet of the Month by Doreen Jones. It's just a small one, and that's got the chart on the other side. It's just a long-haired dachshund. And then last but not least, just a preview of what's in the next one. I love the idea of this little clock. I can't really see that in the next one. And there's going to be a calendar. It's a free gift, and a cross stitch kitten chart as well. So there. So that's everything that I've run through. Thank you for staying this long, an hour. It's been my last video. Again, don't forget 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 23rd if you want these tickets. I'll mail them out. Must be over 18 and in the UK. I had to think about all my sales. I obviously showed you all my whips and my sales in my last video, and I've decided that my fantasy sale and my Nintendo sale I'm not planning on working on anymore this year, unless I get the urge to, but I want to stitch on them. I'm going to put them on the back burner. And so my Christmas and Halloween will be done this year, because I am going to keep up to date with those. I want to try and get as much done on the Stitch Rovia one. If I can get that done for a Christmas gift as planned. If not, it'll go for a birthday. But if I can, I want to try and get that one finished. I just know it's going to take quite a long time to finish the quotes bit at the top. But if I can get all the blocks done and get some more work done on that, so I'll try and concentrate a bit more on that in September. The Under the Sea, I'm not worried about completing that by the end of the year, but I would like to get caught up on that. So I've made a start. I mean, the quotes sale, I hadn't worked on that since the 5th of April. And the Under the Sea, I hadn't worked on that since the 29th of April. The Under the Sea I hadn't worked on because I'd gone wrong, and the quote sale, it just hadn't been calling to me and hadn't been well and whatnot. So yeah, that's where we're at with those. And in my diary, where I write down what I stitch on every day, I keep a note of, in the back, all my finishes. So yes, I've got quite a lot of whips and sales, but I'm now up to 30 finishes for the year, which for me, that's like absolutely brilliant. Lots of these have been smaller ones, there's been some bigger ones. I've finished 2 sales in that time, which is the, you can see up there, the insect sale, and now the greenhouse sale. I finished some birthday gifts and things, cards, a few other bits, and my favourite Satsuma Street Spring Bunny. Absolutely love that piece. I'll maybe show you that on a different video. So yeah, hopefully if I can get done what I plan to, I can get those finishes a little bit higher. Unless I feel I need to come back before, I'll probably do my next video around the 16th of September, ready just before the new starts day. But because I don't see that I'll have done masses of progress in 2 weeks, we're going away. There's only going to be 2, maybe 3 if I take those little ones with me, that I will even work on. So I've only got this next week, so yeah, I may do it sort of like the week before, because I might get some good progress in when I get back, but we'll see. But my plan at the moment is to do around the 16th, 17th of September. I've got lots of kits, especially Popcorn and Tatty Teddy, amongst a few others, in my stash, and Gorgeous Girls and Bofi kits, the black work like fairy tales. I've got quite a lot of charts, especially Lizzie Kate's, and I've got loads of, just a load of different ones from Country Cottage Needleworks and other places. I don't own a massive amount of fabric. I've got a few hand dyes, but I've not got masses. Same with hand dye threads. I've got like your plain Aida and even weave and that, and just like your coloured plain ones. But if anybody is interested in me doing a video on, say, some of my kits that I've got, you'll probably have to do it into a couple of videos, depending on how long they took me to film, or if anybody's interested in seeing the charts that I've got, I can maybe do that in 2 different ones, Lizzie Kate's, and put some of the other ones in. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of charts and kits in my stash, so if anybody's interested in seeing what I've got, then let me know below and I can arrange a video and get that up. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for all the lovely comments on my last video. It was very much appreciated, and it makes, you know, the reason we do this, you know, people are actually watching and enjoying it, and that's what we do these for. And I myself, I get lots of inspiration from other Flosstubers, and believe it or not, until this year I'd never done a sale, I'd never worked on hand-dyed fabric, never used hand-dyed threads. I'd only ever used like DMC and Anchor, or like kit floss. I was a one-whip person. I used to have a main project, you know, a decent sized project on the go, whether it was for me or a gift, and I'd maybe have like a small card or something that I had alongside it. And now I've got so many on the go, but I love it because I can stitch on what I fancy each day. I try and set myself goals. If I don't meet them, I don't. You know, I know where I roughly want to get to, and if I didn't love the pieces I was stitching, I wouldn't stitch on them. The only reason I put the Nintendo and the Fantasy to one side, and unless I get the urge to stitch on them, is because I know they're going to take me a long time to get finished. I mean, the Fantasy, just the border, is going to take forever, and the Nintendo blocks, some of them are quite full on. So at the moment I want to concentrate on the other pieces, and then I can work those 2 into next year. But if I do get the tendency to work on one of them, then I'll pull it out for a day. We'll see how things go. So yeah, I got any other plans for September? No, I've got another birthday card to do. There's the pre-sale of a new sale which I will be joining. It's hopefully the last one I'm joining this year, and it's the Band of Variation sale, and this is designed by Doreen Jones, and Kate at Lakeside Needlecraft is hosting it. I'll link her website and our sale page and that down below. There's quite a few different options for this. There's like pastels, bold colours, bright colour. I think there's about 5 different options for this. It's all done in variegated thread, just DMC. It requires sort of like 3 skeins and 2 skeins of certain colours. All the details are now up on the Lakeside Needlecraft website. You can't purchase it till the 1st of September, but you can get a price guide of, you know, how much the chart's going to be. I think it's $11.99, and that's going to last a whole year. And then there's the option to add a DMC thread pack, option to add the material in. It's just going to be on an antique white, so a lot of people have probably got that, but they're going to do a custom cut piece for this. It's going to be like tall but narrow. By looking at the dimensions, I think it was 100 centimetres by about 30. I might be wrong there, so don't quote me. But yeah, I do want to be part of that. I've probably got the material, but I will need to decide on threads and bits and pieces. I'm probably going to do that in pastels. I will purchase that before that gets released on the 1st of October. So yeah, then we've got the next parts of the sales coming out as well before I see you. So yeah, it's an hour and 10 minutes long, so I'm going to go. And my children are very quiet, which is shocking, so I'll go and see what those two are up to. So thank you everybody that's watching and watched my last one, subscribed, comment and liked. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll be back around the 16th or 17th of September. We'll see, maybe before. Bye guys.